Welcome back to the shipyard, where summer's cranking up and so is the chaos. The yard's a scene straight out of the nautical blockbuster. Towering yachts, crews in motion, last-minute repairs, and the hum of engines preparing for launch. Everyone's scrambling to get their boats ship-shape before vanishing over the horizon, chase sunsets and summer dreams. Meanwhile, we're still in the trenches, tools in hand, sweat on the brow, wrestling with our own list of just one more thing. Stick around, let's see what today throws at us, and whether we rise triumphantly or just rise covered in sanding dust.
Hopefully this is the last pass appearing, because it's pretty full. Some area here is still some depth.
After 3 solid layers of bearing, that giant crater, the aftermath of the massive blister we chipped out and treated in the last video, has finally disappeared. What was once a gaping wound in the hull is now smooth and solid, like it never happened. Progress feels good.
Alright guys, we're ready to apply the high belt. So what we're gonna high belt is just this area here, all the way to the water line.
High build primer is no joke. It's thick, heavy, and made to do the dirty work. It fills up all the sanding marks, tiny pinholes, and surface imperfections that would otherwise show through later. Once it's yours, we'll knock it back with a good sanding to level everything out. Then we move on to the finished primer, which really smooth things out and preps the surface for paint. Getting closer now.
We're going to spray the finished primer, the 545. We're using gray base because we're doing dark colors. Alright guys, done with the finished primer and the 545 gray base. So as you can see, there was a gap between the two big blisters, and I get into one big piece now. So yeah, I'm gonna let it cure for a couple of days. I'm not gonna come back down here in the next 2 days, and then we're gonna sand it down, and then it will be top coat. Hopefully by the end of this week it's all be done, including the stripes, the boot stripes, the silver and the gold. So we will see how far. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna paint the blue first. Alright, this is what it looks like now. What we're going to do right now is we're gonna sand this.
This is the final sanding pass before we start taping, and it's a big moment. Once this is done, we're locking in the lines for our color scheme. It will be all grape flag blue, silver, and the pale gold. Can't wait to see it all come together.
Guys, getting ready to paint. Let me have a look. Okay. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Pretty much ready to go, guys.
We'll be applying 3 coats of this flag blue. First up is a light tack coat, just to get things started. After that, we'll follow with a slightly heavier second coat, and then the third coat, still not so heavy, right up to the edges of the tape. We're leaving at least 30 minutes between each coat to let the paint settle properly. Then about 15 minutes after the final coat, I'll peel off the red fine line tape. That timing helps soften the edge just enough so it's not razor sharp when the paint fully cures. No time to waste. Once the blue has cured enough to take tape, we're straight into marking out the first foot stripe, silver. This part takes a bit of focus and a steady hand because mixing up the positions of the silver and gold would be a total disaster and not the kind we can laugh about later.
Alright, this is what it looks like now with our with the silver foot stripe. So I'm gonna take the tape off, and then I'm gonna tape off the rest, and then I'm gonna do the gold boot stripe this time. So the gold is below this layer of blue. Alright, we're ready to paint the gold.
With the silver and gold metallic paints I'm using, the clear coat has to go on right after the color is sprayed. It seals in the metallics and locks down the finish before anything can settle on it. Timing is key here. It's what makes the difference between a flawless shine and a patchy mess. Alright, this is the moment we've been working towards. Time to pull off all the masking paper and the tapes, man, including on the boot stripes. You know, after all the grinding, all the sanding, and painting, fairing, now it's time to reveal. This is the most satisfying part of the job, man, when you start to reveal what have you done, all the crisp lines and the satisfaction of the final finish is only ever as good as the preparation behind it. When you look at the flawless paint job, what you're really seeing is the hours of sanding, fairing, and careful prep work that made it possible. The shine might steal the show, but it's the groundwork that does the heavy lifting. Alright guys, that's it, and thank you for following us along this journey. There is still plenty to do until the launch date, but today we're gonna enjoy the payoff. I'm very happy of the outcome of our project, and if you enjoyed this project, give this video a thumbs up for more updates, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and drop a comment. And anyway, thanks for watching guys, and I will see you on the next one, and bye bye for now.